Listen, I'm sorry, but it's like absurdly sunny outside. I don't know what to do about it. Hello there, and welcome to another video where we're going to be talking about SPFs. I did an SPF collection video before, and I just kind of like talking about sun protection, because it's important. People are kind of neglecting it all the time, even though now it's pretty clear that you should be wearing SPF pretty much daily. And so, yeah, just so you have some kind of recommendations on good SPFs that do not feel like something you put on when you were like 10 years old on a family vacation, I'm giving you some recommendations and reviews on SPFs that are not like that. Today I'm going to be talking more about like Korean SPFs, Asian SPFs, and actually the kind of SPF that made me want to wear it every day because I knew that the texture and the effect of it is going to be great, and it's something that I can actually do on the daily basis because it's not disgusting. I have 9 SPFs today. Most of them I got from Stylevana or other Korean stores that are online, so just so you know where you can get these. So let's start off with this one. This is the Thank You Farmer Sun Protect Light Sun Essence with SPF 50 Plus and PA 4 Pluses. Listen, why is SPF important and what are all the things I'm going to be talking about here are covered in another video. I have an SPF Basics video that kind of covers all the things that I'm going to be saying right now, all the topics. I don't want to repeat myself, so you can check out that video and come back here for some reviews and, clips of other SPFs. So this one is broad spectrum protection, SPF 50 plus PA3 pluses. It is a chemical sunscreen, which means, you should put it on and then wait before you go outside. It is alcohol free, which is very nice. It contains a lot of different stuff. It's supposed to be kind of cooling, mattifying, more skin-like. And it has a bunch of antioxidants, aloe extract for some cooling, lotus flower water, which is just a nice ingredient, I guess, sunflower seed oil, glycerin, and that is pretty much it. So you do have like a nice mixture of ingredients in this. It is calming, soothing. It should be calming down your redness. So this is kind of like if you don't want to look too shiny and you want to cool your skin down, calm it a little bit, this would probably be a good SPF for you. It is very lightweight. It is definitely not greasy. It doesn't leave you shiny or dewy at all. And it does have like the kind of semi-matte, very natural finish. So it doesn't look too insane if you just wear this on its own, and it also sinks in really well. So even though I don't love it as much as I do love their like water cream SPF, this one is definitely worth mentioning. And it's really nice if you're not a big fan of like the super dewy SPFs that are out there. Another SPF I want to talk about is a little bit more affordable and also very, very popular. This is the Canmake Tokyo Mermaid Skin Gel UV. This is SPF 50 plus, PA 4 pluses, and it's supposed to be for both face and body. This sunscreen has both chemical and physical filters. It is alcohol-free and fragrance-free, which is always nice to hear. And it does have like that super lightweight water cream texture that melts into the very dewy, lightweight watery finish, which is really nice, really pleasant. And for this price point, it's actually a really good SPF texture-wise. It does blend into literally nothing. It is really, really good. Inside of this, you have hyaluronic acid, arginine, which is supposed to brighten up your skin and speed up its healing. We also have jojoba oil, some soothing ingredients, and moisturizing ingredients. So this is, again, hydrating SPF. I feel like all of these are going to be kind of the same with like very slight differences. This one sits well with everything. I love using this one. It's so universal. I also like that the top is very small. So again, easy to travel with. It's kind of like my pet peeve if something is too big and I cannot take it with me. This is an SPF that I definitely take with me very often. And this is like my 3rd tube already. And I really like it because for the price, you really cannot go wrong. It is 40 grams of product. That's a lot of SPF. It is like one of my favorites for sure. Another SPF I'm going to be talking about is like a cult favorite as well, but to be fully honest with you, this one did not wow me at all. This is the Waaaay, I think that's how you call it, or Waaaay, I don't know, Waaaay UV Watery Gel with SPF 50 plus and PA 4 pluses. It's their aqua rich version. There are so many versions of this SPF. It's really hard to know what you're getting, but I do think the aqua rich was like highly recommended by many people. The thing with this is I just don't really like it. There's a lot of pluses about it, but there's also a lot of cons that I just cannot get past. So let me just start off with saying that this is a broad spectrum protection. It is a chemical sunscreen, so no physical filters. And this one, we have hyaluronic acid and royal jelly extract. So it's supposed to be hydrating for the skin as well. And it has very similar texture to the other Korean sunscreens I've tried. So it's very liquidy, very lightweight, kind of that serumy water gel texture. One thing about this is that alcohol is very high up in the ingredients list and you can smell it. It irritates my eyes, it stings like alcohol, it's not great, you know, but it's very affordable and you do actually get like 90 milliliters of product. This is a huge SPF. But that being said, it's definitely not my favorite. It is very lightweight and it does sit well with makeup and other stuff, but I just don't think that the alcohol-like sting is worth it. Also, the texture over time, I've had this for a while, but like since I opened it, it kind of started like almost beating up. I wasn't sure if it's something about the texture, but it just wasn't smooth and it was just getting worse and worse. So I don't know if I had this for too long. I don't think I did, but you know, you never know. Overall, this is definitely not my favorite when it comes to like affordable SPFs. I would not recommend this one. I think this one is pretty overhyped. And just because of the alcohol, it's insanely stingy. Like really, I don't like it. Next SPF we have is the B-Lab Matcha Hydrating Real Sunscreen. This one has such a cute packaging. Again, I travel with this everywhere. This is a great sunscreen. This one is, again, a chemical sunscreen, which is broad spectrum protection. We have SPF 50 plus and PA4 pluses, so again, very high protection. It is fragrance free. It does have alcohol in it, quite high up in the ingredients list, but it doesn't irritate my eyes. I cannot feel it. I don't, you know, so I don't know. It's just, it really comes down to formulation, because with this one, it really doesn't matter. The Biore one stings like crazy. Now, we do have some great stuff in this. We have niacinamide, we have adenosine, which is supposed to be barrier repairing and also anti-inflammatory. So this is just a really good SPF. And we also have a couple emollients in it to, you know, keep your skin moisturized. Now this is very nice and lightweight. This one is like one of the less dewy SPFs I tried. So I would compare it more to like the Thank You Farmer one. It doesn't leave you looking too dewy. It has more like that semi-matte satin skin-like, you know, finish. It's not super dewy, doesn't leave you shiny. So again, this one very good. I also feel like it was very affordable. So this is definitely a great recommendation. Next, we do have, I think, the only purely physical sunscreen. So this is the Skin 1004 Madagascar Centella Air Fit Sun Cream Plus, SPF 50 plus and PA4 pluses. This is a physical tinted sunscreen. Listen, I don't have a good record with physical sunscreens. I don't know. We just don't get along very well. But this one, I just thought, you know what, if I take a Korean one, it could be better. You know, they have great SPF, so let's just go, let's try it. I'm kind of on the fence with this one, okay? So it is alcohol free, which is really good. It has the centella extract, which is always nice. Their products are great. I love their toners, I love their serums. Also in the sunscreen, you have rose oil, you have niacinamide, sunflower seed oil, and hyaluronic acid. So again, it's supposed to be kind of hydrating, brightening, skin tone evening. You have a lot of good skincare in these SPFs. The texture is actually pretty good for a mineral sunscreen. Like, I was down when I first tried it. I thought this is so good. The problem is that it does leave like a really bad cast. Even on me, and I'm pale, it does give me like a really, really pale face. I look like a ghost when I put this on. And it's not even that it's like super pale, it's like gray. It's almost like a grayish, like the cool beige tone, and it really doesn't look good. So without makeup, this is like a no-no. And I cannot even imagine how would this look on someone with deeper skin tone. Like, I'm just not sure it's worth it. There are so many better sunscreens than this one. If you do need a mineral sunscreen for whatever reason, I don't know, maybe you would be happy with this because it's definitely one of the better ones I've tried. But the cast just turns me off so much. I don't like that. I don't like looking like a ghost. I already kind of look like a ghost. I don't want to look more like a ghost. Another sunscreen I have is so cute. I love this packaging so much. This is the Round Lab Birch Moisturizing Sun Cream SPF 50 plus PA4 pluses. So again, we have a very strong protection. It is alcohol free, broad protection, chemical sunscreen. This one is amazing. This one it was pretty hyped up when I ordered it, and it was like, yeah, so worth it. I really, really like this one. You have niacinamide in it, vitamin E, adenosine, vitamin C, glycerin, hyaluronic acid. It's really, really nice. It's super hydrating and makes your skin feel so good. And it is a little bit more on the dewy side, but nothing too extreme. It does sink in well. It feels very thin on the skin. It's almost like you don't have anything. And it really works well with makeup. And it does feel almost like soothing and calming and just really, really nice and smooth. I really like it. This one I feel like was a little bit more expensive, but I can kind of understand why when I look in the ingredients and the texture and everything. It is a very good, well-made sunscreen with a lot of different benefits. So I do love it. I would recommend it. But, you know, all the cheaper options that I talked about are also pretty awesome. So, like, you don't really have to, you know, break the budget for a sunscreen. But this one I did really, really enjoy. Next, we have the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Sunscreen. Listen, this one... there was so much stuff going on online about this sunscreen. When they launched it, I was so happy because I thought, okay, like automatically this has to be good, right? Everything they do with the watermelon range is so good. Like, I'm gonna love it. And I got it. I did love it. But apparently a lot of people didn't, and I was very confused because the reviews were saying things that were not like my sunscreen at all. So I don't know what happened there and if they sorted it out somehow, but yeah, let's just talk about it. It is a physical and chemical sunscreen with broad spectrum protection, SPF 50. So, you know, standard, very good, protecting sunscreen. It is alcohol free, which is very good. It does contain a lot of good stuff. Niacinamide, zinc, watermelon fruit extract, glycerin, hyaluronic acid, aloe, copper and zinc salts, which are supposed to be soothing and anti-acne and also regenerating. So you do have a lot of good stuff. And by the sound of it, you would kind of say, okay, so this could be for someone with a more problematic skin, you know, someone who needs that. But also it could be for someone who gets breakouts from sunscreens, because that does happen, even to me. It is a very nice sunscreen. It is very hydrating, super dewy, but it doesn't leave you greasy. It's just very, very glowy. And for me, it does sink in really well and also leaves my skin like still looking glowy even though it's all synced in. It's just a very nice sunscreen. This is the kind of thing I put on when I just want to go out without makeup. Like, this makes my skin look so good and healthy and beautiful and glowy. This is like one of the things that I always go for if I know I'm not going to be wearing any makeup, and I love it. The texture is a little bit odd. It gets a little separated sometimes, and you can kind of see that grayish beige tint in it when it's separated, but once you like mix it up, you know, shake it through a little bit, it doesn't leave a cast. On me, it doesn't. I did read reviews that said that it does leave a very strong white cast. It does not on me. So I don't know. You're probably gonna see it in the clips that it's really not that bad, but I do genuinely like it. And I don't know if they had like a bad batch when they launched or something, but I feel like the reviews on Cult Beauty were not correlating with my SPF at all. So for me, I definitely recommend it. It is just very pricey. So honestly, I'm not sure if it's something that's like a must. It's definitely nice to have. And if you want the added benefits in it, then sure, like it's a great SPF. But I would, you know, just as well recommend almost any other ones. Another one that we have, which just became my like absolute favorite during the first week of using it, is the Isntree Hyaluronic Acid Watery Sun Gel. SPF 50 plus, PA4 plus broad spectrum protection. Again, it is a chemical and hybrid sunscreen. It does have like one ingredient that's not really physical or chemical, it's some kind of mixture. But that being said, it's a very nice, lightweight, watery, jelly sunscreen. It's so good. It is like basic in the best way, and it has a lot of good stuff in it as well. So we have niacinamide, adenosine, vitamin E, olive oil, hyaluronic acid, centella, some other plant extracts, ceramides, and glycerin. So this is like, there's so much, but at the same time, like texture-wise, it's so basic, and it's actually very affordable, and it does give you like a very hydrated, plump finish, which is not too dewy again. So if you do not like looking shiny, this is a good SPF for you. Then it does sink in well, it doesn't irritate my eyes whatsoever, and it does feel really good on the skin. It also plays really well with makeup. So this is like a good SPF under makeup for sure. And I would totally recommend this as like a starter SPF. This is such a good SPF. And the last one we have was actually hyped up pretty bad on the internet as well, so I really wanted to try it. This is the Beauty of Joseon Relief Sun Rice and Probiotics Sunscreen. This is their SPF 50 plus and PA4 pluses, so again, strong broad spectrum protection. It is a chemical sunscreen that is alcohol free and also fragrance free, so sensitive skin peeps, this is for you. It does have a lot of good stuff in it. You have niacinamide, adenosine, probiotics that are supposed to be soothing and protecting and anti-inflammatory and anti-acne. You also have the rice bran water, which is supposed to be smoothing and softening, and also used for treating hyperpigmentation, because it is rich in vitamin B and E. So there is a lot of good stuff for you if you're fighting that hyperpigmentation, or if you know, just want to take care of your barrier fight against the acne and stuff like that. I feel like this is kind of for everyone. This is a very universal sunscreen in my opinion. It is pretty dewy. Like as you put it on, it does make you look very dewy and glowy. It's nice, but it is like a lot. The thing is, the texture is really nice. Like the more you rub it in, the more it turns into water. So again, really like the water cream texture, which is really nice. To me, it's just really pleasant. The dewy finish isn't there to stay. It kind of disappears after a while when it sinks in and doesn't leave you dewy anymore. So you just have to wait for a bit, you know, don't get scared upon the initial application, just wait for a bit and it's gonna go away. And it does leave you with a very nice, smooth and hydrated skin. I love it so much. Again, this one works super well with makeup. And yeah, it leaves your skin hydrated and really nice. So there's nothing really I have to say about it, quite frankly. It is just a very good SPF. You know, a trend in this video was kind of, yeah, it's watery, it's creamy, it's dewy or less dewy, and it's a really good SPF. And that is honestly the experience I've had with Korean SPFs and like Asian SPFs in general. They're really, really good. And once you try them, you totally understand why people use SPF on the daily. You totally understand why are people so picky about their SPFs, because they have tried stuff that is so good that you don't want to go back to like your 2002 sun cream, you know, you don't want to do that. Who would want to do that? Yeah, so like all of these, almost all of these are SPFs that I use on the daily basis, that I love deeply and that I have been traveling the world with, and they have been amazing. My favorite one when it comes to like the super affordable ones would be definitely the Canmake and the Isn't. Like these two are my #1 recommendations for sure. If you want to splurge a little, I would recommend the Beauty of Joseon and the Round Lab. Those two are amazing. Those are the 4 that I would definitely recommend if you're looking for a great Korean SPF and if you don't want to be disappointed. Yeah, I think that is it for today's quick SPF review. So thank you very much for watching, consider subscribing, and if you want to see more videos where I talk about SPF, you can check out the playlist. See ya!